Penguins are going to start Shane Endicott out there with Colby Armstrong and Matt Hussey back on the blue line. It is Drew Fata and Paulie Levacari. Arpad Mahaley from Wyoming Seminary on the right wing. He'll be Tim Carlson's first period guest. Penguins win the draw, and we are underway. Nice clearing by Wilkes-Barre Scranton, but they call that off the team benches, perhaps a two-line pass. So we'll quickly have our first whistle of the game, just 7 seconds. Here's the Penguins line tonight. You see that Hussey, Endicott, and Armstrong listed second. They started the game. Meloche, Willett, and Peterson is the scoring line. Lefebvre, Marquise Mathieu, and now we're back to live action. Penguins have it. Shane Endicott behind his own net. The Penguins wearing black at home this year. The entire league and the NHL doing the same thing. Penguins break out. Endicott very patient, reverse direction. Drew Fata calmly up to center ice. Clears it in. Matt Hussey on the charge. Good hit by Hussey. Tough angle pass. Tried to go behind the net to Colby Armstrong. It did not click. And Julien Vauclair, who we talked about at the top of the telecast, and there's a two-line offside pass. Denny Amel tried to sneak past the Penguins' D, but it was done with an illegal pass. The Penguins scratches. Rouleau is a healthy. Lupus-Chuck the thumb, Beach the collarbone, Tobler the neck and back discs, Civic the hip, Simpson the sternum, and Martin Brochu the back spasms. Binghamton Schubert is a knee, Tapper is a concussion, Nathan Gillies is a healthy. Opening minute of play, we've already had 2 whistles. Eric Meloche wins a faceoff to Toby Peterson. Penguins and the Senators. The Penguins played this team 1 week ago tonight. They rallied for a 4-3 victory. And the Senators gave the Penguins everything they wanted. The Penguins actually opened up a lead. It disappeared. And then Jesse Cook fired a very unlikely wrist shot that went right in the back of the net. So the real question tonight is we'll watch Sebastian Caron, who did not have his best games up in Toronto after he came on in relief of Nick Boucher in that very exciting 5-4 come-from-behind win against Syracuse a week last Friday night. 18:35 to go. Penguins trying to break through the neutral zone. Peter Smrek, he had a tip steal. Penguins coming back. Here is Eric Meloche going wide. Patrick Boileau and Toby Peterson providing support. Peterson has it back on the point. Robinson just barely keeps it in, but Binghamton comes in transition. Penguins want to have a simple, basic game plan, do as much of the hard hitting and the aggressive grinding as they can. Binghamton up out of its own blue line to center ice. Here's a break, going wide, heavy hit. That time Drew Fata tried to line up Watson, backhand shot. Caron, a pad save. Marquise Mathieu had the puck right under his kneecap and didn't know it. Penguins avoided a whistle and a penalty. Binghamton tried to keep it onside. Vauclair lost out in a tangle with Steve Webb. Senators representing Ottawa, of course, out of the National Hockey League, coached by John Paddock. They come at you fast and hard. They've got their road whites on. Nice shift by Marquise Mathieu, who has 12 points in his last 13 games after having a 20-game scoreless streak. Guy Lefebvre, very hard hit that time on Jan Platil. Platil didn't like it, but Guy Lefebvre getting away with a very good, clean, hard hit. That time Marquise Mathieu had a problem getting out of the zone. That time his poke check is right on the money. Binghamton regroups and starts fresh the other way. Steve Bancroft to Andy Hedlund. They do some fancy defensive passing. It's cleared in by Bancroft, chased down by Toby Peterson, and now it's J.C. Ruud. Good head and shoulder fake. Ruud coming deep, went along, and Ruud and Dufour a miscommunicado. That's one very simply. Ruud either has to dump the puck in or make the pass. You can't just hesitate. You've got to make plays. There's Sebastien Caron, 6'1", 170 pounds from Amqui, Quebec. Back here you see his numbers are solid, including a shutout, 2-0 over Philadelphia 2 weeks ago tonight. Wednesday night has been a great night for the Penguins. As I said, they're 9-2 this year on Wednesday nights. That's the secret stat from my radio and TV intern, Kyle Holman. Good going, Kyle. Keep them coming. 16:53 to go in a first period. No score. Neither team really with a shot on goal. Binghamton was credited with one chance. And the Senators coming along once again. Hussey is knocked off the play. Paulie Levacarry has it. Arpad Mahali, the token forecheck in front of Karan. But as you can see, Binghamton playing a very passive trap, and Levacarry's pass was stolen easy. I don't know what he was trying to do there, but that couldn't have been it. Penguins on more of a breakout here. Hussey taps it to center. Binghamton with 3 men back, very thin on players. Strange bounce off the glass. Here's a shot, and the net was moved off the moorings. That should be a delay of game penalty or a penalty shot. Don't tell me they're not calling a penalty on that. Peter Smrek intentionally knocked the net off the moorings. You've got to be kidding me. You be the judge yourself. Emery got a bad bounce off the boards. There's Armstrong sliding along. Smrek takes the mooring off, knocks it out. Wow. That stinks. Welcome back, Penguins fans. Tom Grace saying hello on a hockey night in northeastern Pennsylvania. WNEP's Adelphia 63 and Oldies 92 and 100. 11:05 to go in the first period. Penguins and the Senators battling to a scoreless tie, each team with 3 shots on net. But the Penguins have had a couple of close calls. Against the boards, Shane Endicott battles. He's out there in a hybrid fourth line with J.C. Ruud and J.F. Dufour. Ruud scored his first goal of the season up in Syracuse. That time, though, he collided with Dufour. Finally, Endicott comes away through some traffic. Soft clearing, Emery comes out of the net, shoots it off the dasher, does not clear the zone. Penguins kind of flip a soft bouncing puck. Good job by Dufour to seal off his angle. Levacarry, there's a one-timer by Endicott. Looks like his stick was maybe breaking on that. He goes to the bench for a line change. Will this be icing? Levacarry gets there, and he takes a hit after the whistle. Paulie Levacarry and Denny Amell giving each other some monkey business there. And you know what? Binghamton has lost twice to the Penguins up in Binghamton. There's a look at head coach Michel Therrien. 3 games in 6 nights starting Sunday afternoon in Norfolk. Tough scheduling for the Penguins, but everybody's got their good and bad trips. Quick shot by Peterson, goes wide, 4:19 to play. First period, Andy Hedlund, good skater, comes along but has trouble getting it deep. Jody Hull battling. Oh, Meloche took a high stick. Hedlund is going to have a penalty for sure. And now it's a chance for the Penguins to slowly come forward as Meloche took a high, hard stick. Here come the Penguins, delayed call. Steve Webb going deep. Centering pass. Endicott had his stick being held. That could have been a second penalty. You don't usually get that call, even though it should. Webb behind the net. Penguins have an empty net. They work the puck deep. Patrick Boileau slap shot. Now it's Webb. Backdoor pass. Had an open Armstrong. Good look from Webb. The pass was deflected, and Binghamton shoots the puck all the way down. There's certainly going to be one penalty. There's a slim chance you might see a second. So the Penguins will have their second power play of the game. This one comes at 16:21. 5:19 was the time of the first one. There's a look. You see Meloche just kind of get crunched into the boards. You see the stick come up. And Binghamton has themselves a man in the penalty box. Meloche is showing the referee, Gord Dwyer, hey, look, I've got some blood here. That should be 5 minutes, but it's just going to be a 2-minute minor against Andy Hedlund. And they obviously did not call the holding the stick against Endicott as he broke to the net.
Penalty, 16:21.
So that's what you have. It's Hedlund for high sticking at 16:21. So with 3:39 to go in the period, the Penguins are on the attack, and there's Eric Meloche getting the blood. Why isn't that a 5-minute penalty if he's bleeding, for crying out loud, from the high stick? So Gord Dwyer obviously slipping up there. Endicott, Armstrong, Hussey, Fata, and Robinson. 3:39 to go. First period. Shots are 5-4, although I swear the Penguins have had a couple of shots on net since they originally posted that 5 a while ago. Fata tried to force a pass. Drew is a young player making lots of mistakes as he learns, and that's the price you pay. With injuries, call-ups, you're asking guys to do things that they're not used to doing. The effort is there, just not the execution, as Michel Therrien watches on. It's sometimes just better to make the easiest plays. That's what you have to do. Penguins on the power play 0 for 1 tonight. They had a couple of decent setups, but nothing really scary. As Darcy Robinson comes flying out of his own zone. Look at Robo. Wide rink pass. Hussey has it, scoops it in. Smrek tries to take him behind the net. Good stop and start by Hussey as Armstrong goes back to Drew Fata. Near side left point. Penguins moving from right to left on your screen wearing black. Drew Fata, one-time shot. Loose rebound. Oh, and they blow the puck dead. Gord Dwyer, will you wake up? Wow, is he having a tough game. The Penguins had a shot where the net was knocked off the mooring on a scoring chance. That wasn't even close to being frozen. You wonder what he's looking at. Watch the puck here. This should be a 5-minute major. It was 2 minutes instead. Puck just bounces out right in Endicott's feet. He's looking to shoot in the backhander in the net, and the whistle inexplicably blows dead. Penguins with their best scoring chance of the night, no question, as they keep one onside. Michel Ouellette deep in the right wing corner, holding and waiting. Peterson, top of the right wing face-off circle. Quick shot through a screen. Emery a tie-up. Now we get a whistle. Ray Emery being challenged. The Penguins racking up a couple of quick and quality shots. 1:04 to go on the Penguins power play. Andy Hedlund is off for a 2-minute high stick. Eric Melange's nose started bleeding. They didn't call the 5-minute major. Eric is out there right now. It wasn't like he was cut open like it was a Friday the 13th movie, but you all know the rules. If there's blood, there's blood. Peterson, good give. Ouellette back on the point to Boileau. Near side to Levacari. Now it's Melange behind the net to Peterson. Penguins need a shot here. The passing looks good. Levacari across to Boileau. Down low right on the stick of Peter Smrek, and Binghamton has an easy clear. So all that for nothing as the Penguins start fresh with 35 seconds to go on the power play and 2:12 to go in the period. Patrick Boileau, center ice, slaps one in. Penguins play go and get it style hockey. Drop pass, right point. Boileau, puck on edge, shot, goal! Toby Peterson tipped that home, and the Penguins get a power play goal. First period power play goal for Toby Peterson, and Wilkes-Barre gets a biggie at 17:56. The puck is standing up on edge. Quick shot, you see Toby zip through. I'm almost positive Toby got a piece of that. But that first one technically is still going on. There's a minute and 12. Goaltender Sebastien Caron is in the net to my left. The Penguins at home wearing black. Binghamton trying to come right back and tie up this game. Penguins scored, and we're going to have a penalty, it looks like, on the Penguins for slashing. Or is this going to be on Denny Amel? I couldn't tell. And it looks like Marquise Mathieu is going off, so extremely undisciplined. I thought I saw a slash coming up from the Penguins there. And what was a 5-on-4 kill now becomes a 5-on-3 for a minute and 1 second. This is a nightmare, 12 seconds into the period. The Penguins are almost daring Binghamton to score here, and with the Penguins penalty kill ranked dead last in the league, Binghamton has to just be psyched about this development. It's a slashing call on Marquise Mathieu, a 5-on-3 with fresh ice for Binghamton as they get set up. Jody Hull over to Steve Bancroft. Bancroft down low to Charlie Stevens. Stevens to Bancroft. Taking his time. Stevens, tough angle, quick shot. It is blocked. Good sliding check by Patrick Boileau. Endicott tries to get aggressive, slowing down a couple of guys. Binghamton might have been interfering. Here's a slap shot. High riser over the crossbar. There's 25 seconds to go on the two-man advantage. Bancroft across the way to Hull. Bancroft walks in, passes it across. Good pad save by Caron. He promptly ties it up. That's what you want to see there. 17 seconds to go as you see Stevens on the goal line. The thin icing line there, just shoots it right on net, hoping for a bad bank or maybe a mishap. But Caron was right on the spot, got a stick down, puts the old trapper glove, the catching glove, right on top of it as Michel Therrien stares on. Big face-off, Boileau a shot. Hedlund, nice job to keep it onside for Binghamton. Here's a chance, Peter Smrek, shot deflected wide. Endicott trying to get in the way. 5 seconds to go on the two-man advantage. Penguins trying to just fall on the puck. Steve Webb is back on the ice. It's 5-on-4 hockey. Webb doing a good job to cover the point. Lots of bodies jostling in front. Sliding shot down low. Look out. Caron with a nifty pad save. Somebody's lost a stick. It was Boileau, and Endicott wisely gives him his. Endicott's stick looked like it broke in the shaft. Backdoor pass, McGrattan puts it along. Sliding backdoor, McGrattan shot just missed the far post. Webb tries to chase down, puts on some pressure. 30 seconds to go on the penalty kill. It's 5-on-3.5 because Endicott does not have a stick. There's a shot well wide, sliding across. The puck does not go in. Caron dove to try to get in the way. Here's a pass back to the left point. 12 seconds to go on the Binghamton power play. Now Kochi is without a glove and a stick. What is going on here? There's a quick shot, a blocker saved by Caron. Tips it to Patrick Boileau, and Boileau lifts a high lob all the way out of the zone. Penguins do need a whistle. At least they'll get a line change on the fly. How about that penalty killing by the Penguins? 5-on-3 on fresh ice. Two guys without sticks. Excellent work by the Penguins. Binghamton still on the attack. Alex Giroux clears it in. Caron behind his own net. Leaves it for Robinson. Near side corner. Penguins trying to break out. They could use a whistle. Malas, soft give to Toby. He has the only goal tonight. Toby Peterson, his 11th of the year. Power play tip shot goal. Binghamton breaking out. Alex Giroux leading a charge. We've got so much hockey left to play. Now here is Jan Platil breaking in on Levakari. Penguins have trouble clearing the zone. They still need a whistle. Marquise Matthew, soft give to Toby. Toby at the blue line. He's at center ice. Peterson coming in deep. Tried to go it alone, and Binghamton tries to crack one back. It is Watson. Greg Watson has been very active all night long. Levakari took the body but did not play the puck. Here's a shot for Binghamton and a goal. So Paulie Levakari took a chance going up for a big hit. Completely blew off a puck that was coming right toward him. And that's going to be a tough one to swallow. You watch this here. Binghamton slides a pass into the high slot. This goal never should have happened. Jan Platil and Caron actually probably should have had that. It dribbled right through his pads. Platil. Then he gets David Heimovitz for closing his hand on the puck. Penguins 1 for 2 on the power play as they try to make it 2 for 3. It's a 1-1 tie, the Senators and the Penguins. Michel Ouellette wheels one back to Paulie Levakari. Patrick Boileau and Levakari, they worked on this all morning in the morning skate. This passing setup. Boileau down low to Peterson, right wing side, back to Patrick Boileau. Here's a tip pass. Toby cuts in, missed the far post. That's one you'd like to see on net, but he was trying to pick a low corner. Binghamton with a steal. Peter Smrek off the dasher. Levakari, a fine keep-in. Here's Paulie Levakari to Patrick Boileau. Gives it to Toby. Toby in the high slot. Tried to guide one down. Michel Ouellette. Hard rip shot. Good save by Emery on Levakari. Paulie Levakari across to Patrick Boileau. Penguins looking very good on the power play. The passing paying off here. You can see it. Boileau keeps it onside. Across to Big Paulie. Down low, left wing side, Colby Armstrong. Good give to Boileau. Down low, Ouellette shot blocked in front. Good recovery by Peter Smrek. Peterson has it in his skates. He's taken down. Puck rolls along. Jody Hull just kind of reaches for it rather than skate. And now Peterson digs. And we're going to have a mess of pushing around here. It looked like Toby Peterson was shoveling snow trying to get that puck deep. And let's see what we have. 46 seconds left on the original penalty. My guess is that Binghamton fell on the puck and Peterson tried to dig it free. And it looks like Jody Hull is going to get the delay of game. So big break for the Penguins here. The 5-on-3 is getting somewhat evened out. Penguins had 2 of them, actually 3 technically. This is the first one for Binghamton. This will come at 10:14. Penguins still have 46 seconds to go on the original penalty. They have an offensive faceoff. You want to get a goal here. Ideally, it'll come in the next 45 seconds. But you just want to get one, period. Delay of game on Jody Hull. 5-on-3 for the Penguins as they dig a puck free in the Zamboni corner door. Michel Ouellette could not find the handle. He's been awfully quiet lately. Hull gets a delay. Penguins get a 5-on-3, and here they come. Patrick Boileau gets the blue line. Stops onside. His pass blocked by Denny ML. Michel Ouellette, good roughhousing body check. Boileau pulls it off the boards. Across to Pauly, back to Patrick Boileau. Peterson has it in close. Toby walks in deep. Boileau rips a shot into a shin pad. That's not what he wanted. Leave a carry. Back to Patrick Boileau, down to Toby. Toby trying to walk in. Here's a hard rip pad shot. Peterson's shot is blocked. Puck is still loose. Penguins still have it loose in the skates. One-man advantage. And now there's going to be a penalty as Emery takes a huge swipe. It looks like at Michel Ouellette. The fans are all booing. And it looks like the Penguins have a penalty. Does Binghamton have one as well? Denny ML trying to get in there. There's all kinds of roughhousing going on. Ray Emery, clearly the biggest hothead. And here we go. It's going to be Leva Carey and Hedlund. Pauly's a big guy, but he's not known as a fighter. Hedlund leads with a right. Oh, Pauly Leva Carey with a right hand from the heavens. Pauly Leva Carey, he just threw a sledgehammer, and Leva Carey is feeding him like a baby. Oh, Leva Carey bought a tray of snacks, and he's making Hedlund eat every bite. Emery's acting like a jerk skating off the ice. That's nothing new. He's got to learn to control his temper. But Pauly Leva Carey, he got picked on by Hedlund, and Pauly threw a Thor's hammer of the gods right into the face of Hedlund, and he's still picking up the pieces along with a couple of teeth. Pauly might have a cut, but my goodness, he taught Hedlund something big. So things are getting pretty wild, friends. Did we tell you that in March things start to change? Ray Emery right there completely losing his cool, just throwing a cheap shot punch at Michel Ouellette. And meanwhile, Pauly Leva Carey just feeding uppercuts and coming over the top. My, oh my, Pauly, great job. Not even sure that blood is his on his forehead, top of it. Pauly's getting a huge hand from the crowd. I mean, that was just an old-fashioned country whipping of Andy Hedlund. But look at that intent to injure, vicious tomahawk chop, and then the cheap shot punch. Folks, these pictures speak for themselves. So you just look at this stuff going on behind the play, and then Emery just sneaking in from the side. And look at Pauly Leva Carey just coming around and boom, just manhandling Andy Hedlund. I mean, not even close. Rabbit punches, uppercuts, you name it. Pauly's just pulling the jersey around. They're doing all kinds of roughhousing. And the Penguins just doing a number on the Senators every way you can. Hedlund covering up like Myrtle the Turtle after he was Mr. Tough Guy trying to start the fight. He picked the wrong guy. Pauly just feeding him. Oh, my goodness. These uppercuts, the fans are just groaning with delight. And the Penguins are okay. 8:47 to play. Second period. It's a 1-1 tie. Penguins are on a 5-on-3 power play, and they've got 54 seconds. Here they come. It's Drew Fata, Michel Ouellette. Fata going wide, and the Penguins just onside. Fata taking that a little bit wider than maybe necessary, but the Penguins are in business. Billy Thompson's in the goal now as Emery was kicked out with the match penalty. Here's Milosh, down low to Peterson. You often see the first shot go in when a new goaltender's brought in this situation. Here's Ouellette. Oh, he had Toby Peterson wide open, couldn't finish the job. Now it's Patrick Boileau across to Drew Fata. Good give to Boileau, 5-on-3. Toby shot, big save, rebound, shot and a goal. The first 18 seconds, and the Penguins get themselves a 2-1 lead. The Penguins pull ahead on a second period power play goal after Binghamton had self-destructed. Here's the rebound, Boileau. Down to Toby, shot, big blooping pad save. Ouellette fanned on the backhander, but right there to smack it home, that's Colby Armstrong with the goal. And the Penguins have their 2-1 lead. Watch Armstrong, you should get a good angle here. Just swatted it right underneath Billy Thompson. It wasn't the first shot he saw, it was the second, so my apologies to you. Having fun, of course. 11:57. Colby Armstrong's going to get the goal. It's his 10th of the season. And Toby Peterson certain to get a primary assist. Penguins still have 4 minutes of power play time. So Peterson gets an assist. And Patrick Boileau playing with that bad back, looking sharp. So at 11:57, the Penguins have made it 2-1, and they still got a whole mess of power play time. Here's a walkout chance in front. Shot and a goal, Matt Hussey. It's a power play goal for the Penguins. And Wilkes-Barre Scranton is lighting it up. Matt Hussey scooped up a rebound. Cool as a cucumber, goes to the backhand, and he sinks a 3-foot putt. As Hussey goes wide, Thompson didn't have a chance. That comes at 12:23. So the Penguins get goals just 29 seconds apart, and Matt Hussey gets a huge power play goal, his second of the season. We're having some fun now. Penguins still on the power play for 3 minutes and 43 seconds. Sliding save by Caron. Penguins are going to have a 4-on-2. Back the other way. Drew Fata crisscrossed, missed his play. Drew's learning as he goes. Around the boards, Robinson with a keep in. Binghamton falls down. This could be good. Back on the point, Robinson across the way, shoots it into the corner. 53 seconds to go on the Penguins' power play. Another penalty coming up on Binghamton. Here's the chance. Robinson, delayed call, working with Peterson. Toby has it up on high. Tips it to Willett. Across the way, Fata's shot. Big shoulder save by Thompson. And the Penguins are going to have some 5-on-3 power play. When are we going to get those commercials in? My goodness. 3-1 Penguins. It's been a wacky one. A little bit of everything. Frustration, excitement, rough stuff. And Binghamton, another penalty. They have just imploded here in the second period after they had narrowed the gap so much. 15:29 is the time. The guilty party is Steve Bancroft. And Coach Terrian up on the boards looking like he wants some more. 5-on-3 power play. Penguins would be unbelievable if they could score in the next 38 seconds. It's a slash call on Binghamton, but the Senators win a faceoff, and they clear it down. 4:25 to go, second period. Penguins were ahead 1-0 after a period. That time Endicott went offside when Peterson had a problem handling the puck. It was 1-0 Penguins. Toby tipped home a slap shot in the first period, and it looked like everything was harmless. Then 3:16 in, Binghamton got back-to-back 5-on-3s, and everyone was crying, oh, what's up with the calls? Then the Penguins got a bunch of 5-on-3 time. Then Ray Emery smacked one of the Penguins right in the head with his goalie stick. No injuries or problems, but Emery got a match penalty. Penguins got a 5-minute power play as Drew Fata, did he just shoot that up into the crowd? Too bad. Trying to clear it in. Shot it over the glass. 4:09 to go. That's the formula in this second period. Penguins have a 5-on-3 for 17 seconds. And that pass apparently was deflected over the glass. Penguins won the faceoff, but it just bounds out to center ice. Here come the Penguins on the attack. They're onside. Willett drops a pass to Drew Fata. Drew scoops around the left side across to Boileau. 5 seconds to go. Toby has it back to Boileau. Tip shot, goal! And the Penguins score. It looked like there was 1 second left. Maybe it was right when the penalty expired, but Michel Willett scores a power play goal, and the Penguins have the tally and romp light on. I think it's going to be right when the penalty expires, but look at Willett's one-timer sizzling into the net. Michel Willett leads all American Hockey League rookies in goals, power play goals, you name it. And there's another big shot and a goal for the Penguins. That comes at 16:08. Norfolk, so the schedule is brutal, but we will be playing 3 games and 6 nights in Norfolk. We play there on Sunday afternoon, Wednesday night, and Friday night. Then we get on the bus and come all the way home to play on Saturday. Then Sunday it's down in Hershey. So tough doings for the Penguins, but you know what? Practically every team is in the same boat. Here's Jesse Cook across the way to Paulie Levacarry. Levacarry with a very impressive one-sided fight victory over Andy Hedlund. Here's Toby Peterson one-on-one. Has some people joining. It's JF Dufour. Tried to take it deep to J.C. Ruud. Peterson to Levacarry. Here's a pass. Ruud didn't have his hand on his stick. He kind of got tangled up and couldn't make the play. Penguins are having some fun now with the game. They're up 4-1, not out of the woods. Binghamton's trying to get back in it, but Coach Terrian has the guys thinking defensive coverage first, and if all else fails, you want to see Caron just step it up and keep Binghamton at bay. Penguins have 20 games left after tonight. 18 will be against division opponents, so there's all kinds of games that are going to matter. Here's a play off the glass, but not out of the zone. Marquise Mathieu did not clear it. Serge Payet battling in. Caron, a glove save, rebound shot, and a goal. So a failed clear by the Penguins, a little bit lazy. And now all of a sudden, Binghamton has made it 4-2 with 14 minutes to go, and that is not a good goal. Both times tonight, the Penguins have made goals against on judgment error mistakes. You can't float around like it's a 3-goal lead and say, okay, well, I'll try this. You got to get that puck out of the zone. Pretty safe. Binghamton wins a big face-off. Shot through a screen. Shot is blocked. Penguins had a stick being held. There's no call. Here's another chance. Hard shot. Caron. Good diving save. Brown is out there trying to cause trouble. The Penguins clear the zone. We're halfway through the third period. Binghamton has cut it from 4-1 to 4-2, and here they come. Payet, good poke check by Drew Fata. Penguins knock it out to center ice. Bancroft tries to come back in transition. Puck strikes the linesman. Binghamton aggressive to the puck. Binghamton's going to take some chances. They've really got no choice. They can't sit on this thing down by 2 goals, and the Penguins' defense has been pretty good. Binghamton brought that puck over its own blue line as they try to break it out. Crowd chants, let's go Penguins. JF Dufour getting in the way of Serge Payet, and J.C. Ruud with a possible give pass. Here's Dufour. Endicott cuts to the net. Good look by Dufour. Endicott a shot. He scores! Shane Endicott on the backhand. Third period, even strength goal for Shane Endicott. I think a couple of the Wheeling guys are going to get assists. Dufour and Ruud. The puck was right there. Endicott battles, takes the backhander. It rolls just inside the post. And at 10:42, the Penguins get themselves an insurance goal. Shane Endicott has a goal and 3 assists. Right in on Billy Thompson. Thompson got a piece of it, but could not keep it out of the net. And the Penguins, Shane Endicott gets his 13th of the year. JF Dufour and J.C. Ruud get the assists. So everybody's trying to get on the scoring sheet tonight. Penguins, more importantly, regain their 3-goal lead, up 5-2 with 9 minutes to play. Let's see how it ends out. David Kochi was punched by Brian McGrattan during a fair fight. We haven't seen him since. Let's hope he's okay. Penguins cannot afford to be losing defensemen or toughness. You want to get wins, but not at that price. Penguins with a 5-2 lead. Binghamton a quick shot. Caron an angle stick save. Rebound stays onside. Arpad Mahali out there digging along. Here's a turnover steal. Michel Ouellette coming along. Avoids the hit, and 2 Binghamton centers collided. Jan Platil nailed Peter Smrek. So that was interesting to see. Bancroft a turnover. Penguins trying to pursue, but they don't want to get caught up ice. Here's a quick clear in. Good job by Darcy Robinson. Penguins leading 5-2. Huge game in the standings. Norfolk is ahead of Philadelphia, so the Penguins have got to keep ground with these teams ahead of them. This, of course, the game with Binghamton was a game for playoff seeding. If this score holds up or the Penguins win. Here's Hussey bearing in. Tried to go backwards. Armstrong a shot. Nice blocker save in front. Binghamton's defense collapsing and Thompson staying home for the big save. Robinson a good poke check. Endicott coming in deep. Throws it in. 7:39 to play. Third period. Penguins have been methodical. They've been efficient. They've been opportunistic, and they've been ahead almost the entire way. Lefebvre across for Marquise Mathieu. Penguins with that 5-2 lead. Barreling through, down deep. Penguins looking like a big, strong hockey team. But Hedlund and Mathieu really giving each other some lip on this shift. Here's Marquise Mathieu trying to get to the net. Good collapsing defense by Binghamton, and Webb came up fast and hard on Hedlund. Hedlund's almost lucky he didn't get in the way of that check. That would have been something to see. Webb and Hedlund getting into it. Webb bounces off the hit, just continues on forwards, and Platil kind of submarined. Here's Marquise Matthews, shoots and scores! Ripped it off a yo-yo string right into the top of the net. And now Mike Brown is trying to act up. Little too late for that. Third period even strength for Marquise Matthews, and now it's 6-2 Penguins. Matty has been on a scoring tear. That's his 5th goal of the season. Look at that wrist shot, top shelf. That's one of the prettiest goals of the night. Putting the pieces together now. 14:20 to go. Milosh out for delay of game, closing the hand on the puck. Senators trying to get back in the game. They're down 6-2. Penguins have looked sharp. Really done a good job. Closing a hand on the puck. And Steve Bancroft couldn't close it in on the blue line. Knocks it out of the zone. Binghamton will have to start fresh. 1.5 minutes to go on the penalty to Milosh. We have 5 minutes and 10 seconds to play in regulation. Penguins with a comfortable 6-2 lead. Working hard and playing well. Out in the neutral zone, Armstrong couldn't find it. Arpad Mihaly picks it up. He scoots one back. Arpad joined us in the first period. That time he guides one to Alexandre Giroux. Binghamton's onside. Charlie Stevens, backdoor pass, shot and a goal. Arpad Mihaly comes in and buries a shot. Now there's 5 minutes to play, and it's 6-3. So that is the first power play goal of the night for Binghamton, and the local fans that still follow Arpad Mihaly's career saw him get his 7th goal of the season. This comes at 15:07, about 2 minutes after the Penguins had taken a 6-2 lead. Now it's 6-3, so the Penguins are up by a field goal. Binghamton's going to keep working, no question. All the Penguins really need to do is stay out of the penalty box. Kochi and in the locker room, so Robinson and Fat are going to get a little bit extra ice time with David Kochi out of the lineup right now. Going wide, Hussey is offside. Here's the goal on Mihaly.
An assist to number 10, Alex Giroux, and number 32, Charlie Stevens. Time of the goal, 16:08.
So it is Mihaly from Giroux and Stevens. 4:33 is the time, and the Penguins just going offside. Line change, 4.5 minutes to go. Tomorrow night we'll have a pre-recorded version of the Penguins report on ESPN Radio 630 and 1240. I don't actually have a guest, but what I did is I answered all the emails from Tom's mailbag that I couldn't get to at other times. So I talk all about what's going on with the team and this and that. Webb, good give to DeFore. Nice rotation pass to J.C. Ruud. Ruud tries a shot. Nice save by Thompson. Ruud trying to go backdoor. DeFore just collapsing. Penguins are looking for the extra point in this 6-3 lead. Here's Ruud. Down low to Webb. One-timer. DeFore keeps it alive. DeFore is getting plenty of ice time. Good give back to Jesse Cook. Cook tip shot. Throw a screen. Goal, Ruud. J.C. Ruud gets the tip-in goal. Third period, even strength, so Ruud with 2 points on the night. He gets his second goal as a Penguin, and Cook, where's my dinner? Jesse Cook gets an assist as he fires the wrist shot, and I think you're going to see Steve Webb get an assist on that one as well. 3:51 to go. Third period, it just dribbles through the legs, and the Penguins go for a 7 spot, and J.C. Ruud gets his second goal and his second point of the game. Penguins clear it down. That should be an ice.
Jesse Cook.
Jesse Cook
And
getting an
number
assist.
12, Steve Webb.
And Steve
Time of the
Webb.
goal, 16:09.
So at
Penguins
16:09,
goal
it is
scored by
Ruud from Cook and a Webb. And Steve Webb now has 3 assists on the night. 3:41 to go. And the Penguins in complete control now, 7-3. Brown is just going to try to hit everything in sight. 3.5 minutes to play. Penguins just want this to end quietly and peacefully. If I'm Binghamton, maybe I'm going to try to send a statement. Brown and Feta kind of give each other the evil eye. Nothing's going to happen there. Mike Brown has been relatively quiet tonight. The fireworks came in the form of Ray Emery basically going ballistic on one of the Penguins in the crease. Just whacked him over the head with his goalie stick, punched him in the face with his blocker, got kicked out with a match penalty for intent to injure. Penguins scored 3 times in the ensuing 5-minute power play. So that's what it is. Marquise Matthew kicking one. Webb, a turnaround shot. Nice block and a save. Penguins trying to get things going here. Kicking off the month of March after that disappointing 2-game loss down in Toronto. The Penguins could not have come home better. Looks like we're going to have a penalty behind the play on Binghamton. And there's a run after the whistle by Steve Bancroft. Brown out there. Oh, and Bancroft taking a cheap shot. This is what you hate to see. But Bancroft taking a cheap shot on Marquise Matthew. And we're going to have some evil penalties here. Lefebvre grabbing a hold of Bancroft. And Bancroft trying to start with Guy Lefebvre. Referee gets in the middle of that. Then, of course, Brown can't stay out of this. Patrick Boileau. Now, Brown is coming over the top on somebody. What do we have here? Platil and Boileau talking about it. Patrick Boileau's got those back spasms. And it looks like Steve Webb is coming over to Jan Platil, and he's going to put a stop to that fast. Serge Payet is going to have some problems with Steve Webb. 3:06 to go. Oh, and Bancroft taking a slug at Patrick Boileau across the way. Webb is just watching everything unfold. And Bancroft's trying to claim he slipped. He's never been a very good skater, but he can skate better than that.